Nancy Pelosi ripped up a copy of this evil fucker's speech last night. And the civility police, as Greg Sargent, writing at the Post, puts it, the civility police are on a rampage. On Morning Joe, and I'm glad I didn't see this, Willie Geist, Joe Scarborough's sidekick, Willie Geist lectured that the House Speaker's act is, quote, not what the country needs. And, are you fucking crazy, Willie? It's exactly. That's what Trump does. You fight fire with fire, motherfucker. You don't fight fire with, ow, well, let's just sit here quietly like little mice. Ooh, we can't fight back. As a lot of people pointed out, Pelosi's gesture, which came after Trump appeared to refuse to shake her hand at the outset. Oh, I don't blame him. He knows that Pelosi knows that he's a piece of shit, that he has committed high crimes and misdemeanors against his country. Why should he shake her hand? And why should she show even a modicum of respect for this fucker? Oh, well, I don't respect him, Mike, but I respect the office. Oh, fuck you if you say that. Trump has destroyed the office. There is no respect anymore. So Pelosi, with a very theatrical gesture that I just screamed with joy to see happen, ripped the motherfucker's speech up because it was all lies and bullshit to begin with. And that bit about giving this racist piece of shit Limbaugh, who has done more in 30 plus years to divide us than any fucking person other than Trump, to give him the Medal of Freedom. Freedom from what? There's not a single thing. Oh, somebody said, well, Rush works with, I don't know, he does some charity work. Fuck his charity work. He's an evil son of a bitch that has been dominating the airwaves until this little twit, Sean Hannity. I wonder if Hannity, maybe next year Hannity will get the Medal of Freedom. Limbaugh has done nothing but help destroy the country, and he gets a Medal of Freedom. Fuck you, Limbaugh. And Melania, oh, Melania, standing behind him, putting a Medal of Freedom around this pig's neck. Poor Melania. She must have had, at some point in knowing Trump, she must have thought or had done to her a complete brainectomy. Let's just get rid of my fucking brain. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I don't care. I live a pretty good life. I don't give a shit what these people. Well, I'm supposed to put this around. Okay, I'll put it around him. As many pointed out, Pelosi's theatrical gesture, which came after Trump appeared to refuse to shake her hand at the outset, is tame, alongside Trump's constant shredding of decorum, his hate rallies, his insulting of lawmakers, his filthy fucking mouth, his degenerate fucking brain, his rotten, filthy, bloated body. And Pelosi rips up a speech that was full of bullshit. And people like Willie Geist are saying, that's not what the country needs. What the fuck does the country need, Willie? Greg Sargent says, but there's a more precise point to be made here. If the underlying premise of the criticism of breaches of decorum is that they pose a threat to our democracy's functioning, right? Pelosi shouldn't have done that because, you know, they all have to work together. Sargent, then much of what Trump has done, well beyond such breaches for 3 years now, actually does pose a severe threat to that functioning of this democracy. While acts like Pelosi's actually do not pose any remotely comparable threat. Nothing. She tore up his fucking lying speech. He tears up the Constitution. What the fuck? This isn't so-called whataboutism. You know, well, what about them? Well, what about them? Well, what about... Sargent writes, it's meant to correct a massive category error. Breaches in civility are not the main threat to our political system. Indeed, if Trump only went on half-cocked rally rants and merely insulted Democrats, the current damage would not be nearly as severe. It's all the other misconduct that threatens the fabric of democracy. Trump's unchecked lawlessness, his abuses of power, his public racism, his unprecedented lying, his treatment of the opposition as being illegitimate. In this context, Greg Sargent writes, hand-wringing about a mutual deterioration of decorum, the New York Times discerned a mutual snubbing. While an NBC reporter sniffed that Pelosi indulged in antics that are Trumpic. They're like Trump. The hand-wringing about what Pelosi did is profoundly misleading about the wildly asymmetrical realities of this moment. Nancy Pelosi symbolically rips up what this filthy cocksucker just said. It doesn't unsay what he said, but it shows her disdain and the disdain of anybody that has a brain about what this son of a bitch just said for however long he spoke. What's Pelosi to do? Pelosi defended what she did, according to Greg Sargent, describing Trump's speech as, quote, a manifesto of mistruths. Mistruths. Come on, Nancy. The speech was chock-a-block with fucking lies. Wall to wall. Ceiling to floor. Nothing but lies. For some reason, that's not seen as a breach of decorum. But ripping up what the fucker said is. This is how fucking far down the rabbit hole we've become. Sargent closes with this. I don't claim to know whether Pelosi's act was bad or good politics. It probably won't matter in the least. But in this broad context, debates about an erosion in decorum are at least utterly meaningless and are at worst actively misleading about the deep hole we're in. So yeah, I mean, decorum in the age of this fucking monster, this gangster, this filthy son of a bitch who is president, decorum? To somebody who claims that when he was caught on a tape saying, oh yeah, women, you just grab them by the pussy. They love it, especially if you're famous. And then he denies he said it, and it's on the tape. It's right fucking there. And the women who have claimed he raped them, it's right there. And his attempt to extort the president of Ukraine, it's right there. And in that context, these fuckers are going to get their bowels in an uproar because Nancy Pelosi, in their opinion, did not show decorum when she ripped up the bullshit lies and ridiculous horseshit that this man just spent an hour dumping on America. Are you fucking kidding me?
Hi, Truth Seekers, it's Kathy Malloy. Only you can help save the life of a progressive podcast. Visit MikeMalloy.com and help us keep it lit through the impeachment, the 2020 election, and beyond.